Do you feel like you are still learning about the drums?
Well, great question, Liv. You know, I just wrote an article for the magazine Drum Scene magazine in Australia, and Frank Corneola, a wonderful, dear, dedicated, musician and businessman himself in the drumming community, he runs the magazine. And he said, Dom, I want you to write an article in every issue. And the last issue was about the constant learner. And I've met so many people. Joe Morello, literally the week before he passed away, I spoke to him on the phone. He was asking me about my feet technique. How do you get your feet to that level of where your hands are at? And we're talking on the phone. He's in the hospital, and we're talking on the phone. I said, well, Joe, I kind of like applied a lot of your techniques of the free stroke and the rebound that you learned from George Lawrence Stone. I started putting it in my feet, and he was excited to hear that. A few days later, he passed away. That inspired me. Jim Chapin, I go to the hospital. Jim Chapin's in Florida at a hospital. I visit him every month. I go to the hospital. I walk in. As I walk in, after going once a month for several years now, I walk in, and the doctor happened to be down in the lobby area. He sees me coming in, and he had seen me every month. He said, boy, Dom, I got to tell you, I said, Jim's not doing well. He only has maybe hours left. I said, well, we knew this was coming. So I said, I'm going to go up and see him. And the doctor says, come on, I'll join you. So we both go to the elevator, we're walking up, and it's a somber time, and I'm going, well, Jim, he's this legend of what he did and how much he shared with people. The elevator door opens up on the 3rd floor, and we hear a practice pad going along. We hear this practice pad like playing at this ferocious pace. And so I said to the doctor, I said, well, as we're walking to the room, he must have a student in there playing. How great is this that towards the end he's hearing someone perform for him? We walk in the room, and it's Jim. He's sitting up in the bed, he's got the practice pad on his lap, and he's playing match grip and playing, but I mean ferociously. So as we walk in, I turn to the doctor, I said, this is a guy with hours left? Look at him. So I walk over to Jim, and I would always kiss him on his forehead and say, Jim, what are you doing? And he looked at me and he said, I'm practicing, and my left hand's getting better. That was July 3rd. Literally the next day, I flew home that night, literally the next day on July 4th, Jim passed away.
On Independence Day.
Ironically enough, that here he was called the father of independence because his book, Advanced Techniques for the Modern Drummer, one of the greatest independence books written in 1948, the greatest drum set book still written. And he dies on Independence Day, the father of independence.